Hi everybody, my name is Adam Pick, and if I have yet to meet you, I'm a former heart valve patient and founder of HeartValveSurgery.com. Today, I am super excited to share with you the relaunch of our website. When I started HeartValveSurgery.com 8 years ago, I had a very simple mission. I wanted to help educate and empower patients just like you, through the surgical process. Today, with the relaunch of our website and the addition of over 200 new features, I'm very hopeful and very encouraged that today marks a significant point in the evolution of our website and the support of our mission. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to take you on a tour of the website and show you some of the highlights and new features that will help you at each stage of the surgical process. So to get started, let's talk about the look and feel of the website. And it's often known as the interface of the website. And when we spoke to patients, the family members, and their friends, they gave us a lot of great feedback onto ways that we could improve this design. The first thing we heard was that some of our font sizes were just too darn small. The other thing we heard was that some of our pages had a lot of text on them, and it made it difficult for patients to figure out what to focus on. Lastly, we heard several criticisms about our navigation bar, and that it really just blended in a little too much with the top part of our web pages, so that patients didn't even realize there were other sections available to them at the website. So going forward, we took these factors and several other considerations to create a completely new look and feel for our website. And here it is. And right off the bat, I hope you see that the font sizes have just gotten significantly bigger to help you read this important information and digest it. You're also going to notice that we have a new navigation bar in play that's offset in a dark blue color with big white text that uses drop downs to help you access information at each page inside the various sections. And lastly, we have put a big search bar at the top of every page so that if you want to learn about something, let's say aortic stenosis progression, you can just type that in, hit the search button, and here comes some results for you to start learning. Next up, let's talk about one of my favorite features of this website, which is the Heart Valve Journals community. And as you may have already experienced, this is a very special section of the website where patients come to share their stories with each other. They get to learn from each other. They keep their families and friends up to date on all the latest things going on with them, both in and outside of the hospital. And since we launched this application back in 2009, we had never really updated it. But today that's going to change with all the latest social technologies and tools. We went ahead and have just fundamentally transformed this Heart Valve Journals into the My Community. And here you can see the look and feel of the website is going to change a little bit. You're also going to notice a really great new feature called the Patient Updates section. And this provides our patients access to all the different things that are going on in our community at any given point in time. And so this is really like your patient news feed, just to keep in touch with all the things that are happening in our community. You're also going to notice that for each user, and that's my son, by the way, when he was a little baby, each user now gets their own special photo section and photo gallery. And this is brand new for us. And we have a new My Story, where for the first time, you can go ahead and tell us information all about your surgery so that other patients can search for you, whether by location or potentially the valvular disorder or the surgical treatment. And that's just different and it's new for us. The last thing that I want to just make sure we all know is that for the first time, we've embedded sharing capabilities, both using the Add This capability in the left side margin, and we've also embedded them, as you're going to see here, in every single post. This is a great new feature. You've asked for this for, probably about 2 years. It's a new surgery calendar. So every time somebody completes their My Story, it's going to populate in the upcoming surgery section so that we know when we can support people like Beth, or let's say myself, for example, if I'm going through surgery again. Moving on to our Learning Center, you should know that our website has grown from 3 pages when we started out to now over 5,000 pages of information. And one of the challenges that we've had is creating ways that patients can access meaningful information quickly. And so we've used this Learning Center as a way to do that. But the challenge with this is that the information here is relatively static. So we spent some time thinking about how could we get patients, get their family members, get their friends, not only this information, but some of the newer information. We created a new system and a new Learning Center that you're going to see here. All that information that you saw on the last page is now provided for patients just using simple drop-downs. And then what we have is a very interesting system where our website looks for the latest and greatest information and then goes ahead and publishes that based upon chronological order at times. So you're going to notice here in the latest news and patient update section, here's a story from my blog, here's a story from the community, here's another story from my blog, and so on and so forth, in addition to having educational videos that patients can watch at any time. If there's one thing I've learned over the past 36 months, it's that our patients, their family members, and friends love to learn through videos. And to give you some idea, our YouTube channel has now had not 5,000, not 50,000, not 100,000, not 200,000, but 235,000 video playbacks since we launched that YouTube channel. And so here at our website, we have Adam's Heart Valve Surgery video section. And this is where you can go to access information. You can search and find videos based upon a particular category. Or if you see a thumbnail that interests you, you can simply click on that thumbnail and the video automatically for you. So one of the biggest and most important questions I get from patients is about finding the right surgeon and heart hospital to perform their valve repair or valve replacement procedure. For this reason, we've done 2 things. The first is in 2008, we started the Surgeon Finder. And this is, as far as we know, the world's first and only database of surgeons who are patient recommended for heart valve therapy. And to find surgeons in your area, you can go ahead and search by zip code, city, or surgeon last name. You can also search, if you're in the United States, by state, or internationally by country. And lastly, you can search by the number of patient reviews. So if you wanted to look at Dr. Patrick McCarthy, for example, you'll be taken to his surgeon profile page, and here you have access to a video if he has one, which Dr. McCarthy does. You get to see patient reviews for Dr. McCarthy, which is helpful. You can do additional research like learning about his specialties and interests, his education and training, and lastly, if you like to, you can make an appointment with Dr. McCarthy by either picking up the phone and calling, or by clicking the Make an Appointment button over here. The other thing that we did, which is relatively a new part of the website, is our Heart Hospital section. And these are centers that we've been working with now for several years, and they specialize in heart valve therapy. And we're bringing on several new sponsors in the near future here. But you can click on any of these cardiac centers to learn about them. And so, for example, I'm just going to click on Mount Sinai. And this is where Dr. David Adams, who specializes in mitral valve repair, and Dr. Alan Stewart, who specializes in aortic valve, and Dr. Paul Stelzer specializes in the Ross procedure. And you get access to all this good information about them. And again, if you want to watch a video, if they have it posted here, you can get direct access to learn more about Dr. Stelzer and the Ross procedure, for example. So you also get to learn about what their patients say about their experiences at the heart hospital. There's clinic references. And lastly, again, if you want to learn more about the center or schedule an appointment, you can do that as well. And that's in the Heart Hospitals section. So there you have it. Those are some of the highlights of the new interactive platform at HeartValveSurgery.com. I'd also encourage you to click around the website to see what else you might find that can help you as you proceed through the experience of heart valve surgery. Lastly, I want to extend an extraordinary thank you to all the patients, their family members, their friends, the heart surgeons, the cardiologists, the nurses, the PAs, the medical teams, and of course, our sponsors. For if it wasn't for their support, none of this, and I mean none of this, would be possible. So I'd like to say thank you, and as we always say here, keep on ticking.